Alright. Very shitty MIDI of Aerosmith Stream On. But it does make a lot of sense considering that, first of all, if I would have played a real song, I would probably get nuked out of YouTube fast as you can blink. And second of all, the creator of Dead or Alive and Team Ninja unfortunately had passed away. And I know that in, Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, the opening of that game, I don't know if it was in the Japanese version. I really don't want to fucking have this purist conversation right now. But I know there was a song in the opening theme of the game, so I know a lot of people really like Dead or Alive 2, so it does make sense to have a rather fitting song to play in memoriam of the creator. Let me actually pull up the name really quick. I actually got told on Discord about it. I was actually doing other things. But I was honestly pretty damn shocked when I heard the news. I'm sure Twitter is having a fucking raving time because that evil man who made the boobas is finally resting in piss. Well, I just think that's extremely disingenuous. Dead or Alive was a very great game series, and even though 5 had some really shitty DLC practices and 6 was, well, the worst game in the series, in my opinion, the other games are pretty damn good, and it really sucks that he passed. Let me go ahead and pull up the name. Like I said, I'm really terrible with names, you'll have to excuse me. Let's see. I guess you could try pronouncing the name. Tomonobu Itagaki. I think people just call him by Itagaki. The dude who essentially created Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden. Or at least people associated with the modern Ninja Gaiden games ever since the game on original Xbox at least. But it is still very much a damn shame that he passed. I'm completely and honestly flabbergastedly surprised, to be honest. I mean, first we got Ace Frehley, then we got the actress Diane, I forget her last name, I actually just saw it on the news earlier, and now we got a very well-respected Japanese developer, even if his screws weren't exactly on proper, especially when he made that other game that was on the Wii U, Devil's Third. But his fighting games and Ninja Gaiden will surely live on, honestly. With, unfortunately, 5 and 6 kind of tarnishing the series to an extent. Anyway, before I actually get started, I'm just doing the login bonuses for Xenoverse 2 and Prominence Poker. Yes, Prominence Poker. The game that I know that is completely free to play doesn't require some bullshit account, but it doesn't have crossplay, which is kind of surprising to be honest. But I know that you essentially get chips to log in at a certain time frame, like with Xenoverse 2. So I'm going to try to make a habit into doing that in addition to Xenoverse 2 as well. Let me go and get this off the screen. The stream basically already did start. But yeah, I'm just doing daily shit. Nothing to see. Nothing too extravagant, honestly. Okay, I'm finally caught up, though. I am... Actually, no, I think I'm, yeah, unfortunately I was a day late on that, so whatever. Also got Spider in the chat. I think I remember the user, but I really don't remember 100%. Oh well. I'm sure something will make me jog my memory, but honestly I can't really think too much right now. But yeah, I mentioned in Discord, and I might as well make it very clear. I can't say I grew up with Dead or Alive, but ever since playing Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, which is essentially my gateway to the series, I guess if you want to call it that, I didn't play the vanilla Dead or Alive 5. I know it was a version on Vita, but it was essentially a slightly beefed up version of what the original did, but it also took out some shit, which just made no sense. It wasn't exactly like Sigma 1 and 2 in the Vita, the Ninja Gaiden games anyway. But besides that, I have also gotten all the other games I could get at the time, including the original Dead or Alive on PlayStation. The Saturn version is Japanese exclusive, and not that it really matters because there was a original Xbox port of the game, which essentially is that version. So I guess you can technically count that. Of course, got Dead or Alive 2, which I know a lot of people associate with the Dreamcast, but honestly, the Japanese versions are a lot better. And I know that Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore added some other things that make it interesting. Welcome back. I'm just ranting about... Well, not really ranting. I'm rambling about the creator of Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive passing away, so... Tomonobu Itagaki. I probably butchered the fuck out of that. I'm going to stop saying. I'm just going to call him creator of Ninja Gaiden Dead or Alive. But anyway. But, to continue on, I've also gotten the Xbox exclusive, by the way, Dead or Alive 3, and also Dead or Alive, Dead or Alive exclusive now. The other Xbox exclusive, Dead or Alive 1 and 2 Ultimate, which apparently there was some other content added in Dead or Alive 2, and I know both had online play, so... Yeah, imagine the thrill of playing the shitty netcode back on the original Xbox, and that you had to pay online for that. I'm sure there was a very vicious cycle within the online community at the time, but I'm not going to really get into that. And of course, Dead or Alive 4, where Alpha 152 was a fucking bitch, you couldn't even play as her, but whatever. But anyway, I still think 6 is probably the worst in the series, mainly because of the removal of the tag mode that made Dead or Alive 2 unique, the really shitty DLC practices that made 5 even worse by comparison, and of course the infamous core values bullshit Evo, which just goes to show how fucking how much double standard bullshit there is within the fighting game community, as I say with massive air quotes, because they'll simp over feet and shit, and Lady D from Capcom, but whenever Dead or Alive has sexy bits in it, we gotta fucking ban that shit. Not gonna really get into that. But regardless, though, I can't say I'm like a huge fan of Dead or Alive. I really liked playing 5 Ultimate to the point where I wanted to play the other games. I haven't really played as much as the rest compared to them, but it's a fighting game series I really like. And as to the other game within the system, not fighting game, sorry, the other game in the room, Ninja Gaiden, I've only played a bit of Ninja Gaiden Sigma, the first one, technically the PS3 remaster. At least there's finally a way to play those great games on modern systems, but I know that people have mentioned that they're not as good or whatever, so who knows. But I do know that those games are very much liked, depending on what version you're playing, I guess, and it really sucks that the dude passed on. It really does suck, to be honest. There's too many shitty games coming out, and even great legends, unfortunately, they do tend to make kind of shitty duds even after their peak, but I did go on Google very briefly. I saw some articles, even posts from The Abyss about even Harada expressing the unfortunate passing, so at least that's nice. Even idiots can have functioning brain cells on proper days of the week, I guess, but okay, maybe that's a little disrespectful, but it's just really sad, honestly. Like, I know they're essentially like Virtua Fighter, but with a counter button, but they're still really those types of games are easy to pick up and play, but honestly hard to master, whatever. And even just the tag mode that made Dead or Alive 2 and the other games so good. You can essentially have, like, you know, drinking contests, I guess, with just all the crazy shit that's in the game. But I don't know. That's all I really gotta say about that, honestly. Just figured I'd talk about that for just a little bit. Since I felt like it was necessary, especially with all the bullshit that's going on. But anyway, I'm going to do some RetroArch for a little bit. Maybe I'll do GTA. I know there's actually double sales on Acid, which is actually crazy, since you can get almost almost like $750,000, at least of the sub that I have. So I'm definitely going to be doing the fuck out of that. I really want to try to save up for the Black Friday sale, because I know that's when you can get things like the good stuff, at least. I don't know. Feels like a good time to make money in GTA without the bullshit is with other people, I guess. So I'm going to take the fuck advantage of it. And I don't have Lego Star Wars on the fucking GameCube. I think I deleted it. I also need to, like, either get a different thing or whatever, or I have to, like, make room for other games, because I'm seriously starting to run out of space, and it's kind of crazy. So I actually have to wait until 7-Zip is done, I guess. So I'll probably do another game, I guess. I'll probably do some Tony Hawk, I guess. I have to turn off the music, though. I'm pretty sure I still have that on there. I'm going to load it up first. Okay, I think this screen should be fine. I don't think there's, like, any super sensitive information or anything. You never know. I don't know if the PS2 cores work on RetroArch. I don't think they do. There's technically two. One for LR PS2 and one for Play. I have to, like, find a game to test that, I guess. But that's going to be for another time. I also cleaned out the cores and... Oh. What the fuck? Did that core just not work? What the fuck? Fuck. Let me guess. There's probably a setting I changed now that doesn't fucking work. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Yeah, there's probably something I changed, I think, and now it's not working, so that's good. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out a fix to this. So, you have to give me a minute. Okay, there's no sensitive information showing, okay. I think I know what I did. I hope. I think there was a folder I deleted within the... Oh. Okay, I closed that, okay. Or I muted that. Alright. Yeah, I think I know what I did. I think it can copy the files I think I have. Maybe that'll work. I hope so. Because I know that I know I certainly did something. But I think I can fix it. Let's see. It might be under config, I think. Maybe that'll work. Here we go. Okay, this might be a little harder than I thought. But I think I got it. Okay. I'm actually going to try with Citra as well, because I actually wanted to do 3DS stuff, but with the fucking... just the way things are, or whatever, it's annoying as piss.